What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to a long awaited, and I think no one's waiting. It might just be
Us.
us. To another episode of Ready Baby? Shut
Shut
your
your
mouth.
mouth.
How does that translate to Spanish?
Cállate la
La boca
boca.
con tu host, Monica. Thank you so much for being here today.
Yay.
And I am your co host in this one, right? Co-host Sam Esquivel.
Wait. That means you got the B mic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before I get started, I need water because we're gonna be talking a lot. And could you give me some water?
Yes, I can give you some water.
Thank you so much.
You're
If you're
welcome.
watching this,
Oh.
that'll do it. That'll do it. Let me give everybody look at this, guys. This is produced to you by the
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 failed
podcast. Thank you so
podcast.
much.
Yay.
Well, how about we get right into this mess?
Okay. Sounds good to me.
You got a lot of notes on your paper. I'm a little bit worried.
I do.
I don't know what.
I've been waiting for this moment for a while.
Yeah.
hmm
What's been taking
Since
you so long?
I never got invited to the Failed podcast, and apparently everyone has. I'm like, you know what? We need to start shut your mouth.
That's a
again.
sore subject. Here, scoot your hairs back right there.
Oh.
Boom. You're good.
Is that good?
I know if I didn't tell you, you would get on to me later.
Oh, okay.
This is not a segment, but I'm gonna say
Alright,
this,
mhm.
and you tell me how. Sorry. Let me.
By the way, you're looking away from me. It feels weird.
Don't.
It feels like you're.
You talk to the mic. Ignore me. I'm working. I'm doing some
Okay.
things over here that need to happen. So
Okay.
I will be looking away, and sometimes the camera will be on us. The
Okay.
camera will be on you,
Okay.
on me, and us. So please ignore that.
Okay.
If you're watching this for the first time, this is Shut Your Mouth. My name is Sam Esquivel. This is Monica. We
Yay.
come on here and just kind of show what couples are, how they communicate, and how they can improve their communication. But here's the funny part. Tell me. Here's the
Shut your mouth.
That's my perspective. That's what I want for this. How would you describe the Shut Your Mouth podcast?
Well, it's a very safe place where you can come
This ain't safe
and
for nobody.
and share your perspective,
Mm-hmm.
your point of views, and any issues or whatever. But this is important because we've tried this, just the audio version. This is the first video that we're gonna put out there.
It is. Say hi to everyone.
Hi, everyone.
So you're getting to see Monica for the first. Well, you saw her in previous projects,
Let's not talk about
but
that.
we're not going to talk about that. And so, thank you so much. We hope that this helps you. This is just kind of putting me and my wife's relationship out there for everyone to see
On blast.
on blast. Now, this is a lot of humor. There's some seriousness and some goofing around that goes on here, but there's a lot of truth to the tone that we're using. For instance, I was gonna say this off of our schedule and agenda. I don't know why. This is a scary thing to say, but so there's wives always tell their husbands, if something ever looks a certain way on me, and typically this is not anyone watching or it has nothing to do with me and you. This I've read about this. They'll say, if I ever look like that, and then they'll point someone out wearing something like that, will you tell me? And so the husband has to say, oh, yes, of course,
And the worst thing is that they never do.
because it's a trick. Because yes, you can mention it, but the moment you do, there's consequence. You cannot control the response. But in the moment when the request is made, it makes sense. But whenever you have to exercise that request, if you had just got in a fight, if things aren't going good in the home, whatever, you think twice about your life. And you're like, no, it's not worth me saying anything today.
Yeah. Well, I just want you to know
Please do.
that you've been talking a lot. And so you're already on segment 1, which is through the microscope. Is that your annoyance for this week that you want to talk about? How sometimes
Calm
I've told
down.
you, I've told you like, hey, tell me when I look. If I really like that, do not let me walk out of the house.
First of all, we named it the through the microscope microphone scope
No, microscope.
through the microscope. Y'all know what that is. That makes things bigger than they appear, right? And so when you have a microscope on anything, it isn't reality. And sometimes in relationships, some things like it can be small arguments or the way that we look at each other, you name it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it can be blown out of proportion because someone, typically the wife, sometimes
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
um, people are looking at it through a microscope, and so
But you would
it's
think
scary.
because it's through the microscope, the husband would pay attention.
We don't have a physical microscope to look at to know whenever it's being activated.
Mm-hmm.
And so, guys, this is just a PSA. You are always under a microscope.
Always. I guess that's safe to say.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Sam, to answer your question, I do like it when you tell me the truth. I don't think there's ever been like a consequence when I've told you, please don't let me leave the house if I look like this or like that,
Yeah.
or like right now that you told me to fix my hair. I really appreciate that.
Well, I did it because we're recording, so you're going to behave a certain way. You're not going to slap me like you normally.
Shut your mouth, Sam. No, we're not gonna do that because you know I wouldn't do that. You're so dumb. I- Well, can I share my annoyance for this week?
Yeah, but don't do it so eagerly.
I want to share my annoyance for this week.
Go ahead. No names. No names.
Oh my gosh. I don't know why this week has bothered me so much that you have fallen asleep in every show that I pick on TV. Every show that I pick on TV. I don't know if any other girls, any other wives have that, but I'm sure they do. And I think it's been an annoyance this week.
Hold on,
and
your
I
microphone.
put you.
Hold on, wait. Your microphone's off. I need to turn it on. Nothing you have said has been recorded.
Shut your
Continue,
mouth.
please.
Um, I think it's been because I've been home and I've had to really rely on you these past few weeks because of surgery. And when you get home, I just want to watch a show with you. And then as soon as you sit down, you're like, just like that. Yeah, just like that. And here's what's really annoying. I am interested in all your silly shows.
I'm down. Okay.
On all of them.
Okay. First of
On
all,
all of them.
shut your mouth.
On all of them.
With all due respect,
With all your little shows.
we never discuss this. Like, we share some interest when it comes to watching stuff. And yes, I have fallen asleep. And so here's the thing. Here's the issue, right? And I know that this has been an issue for a while. So I'm game, whatever, right? But she had surgery, so she's been down for the past 2.5 weeks, and so she can't do anything. And so she's seeing all my bad habits because we're together. Usually, she would be occupied, busy, and moving. And so, as part of this, through the microscope, that is, whenever there's an excessive amount of time being spent together between partners, a lot of things come to light that we're not used to or that we need to be used to. Because it would typically be alone time, correct? So yeah, I'm under a.
You're so wrong.
I'm so wrong.
So what
I'm
you're
so
saying?
wrong.
What you're saying?
How does that translate?
Is that
so
what you're saying is
Yeah,
you've had enough time with me that you're tired of
I'm fed up with
our team.
no. It's
of our
just
time.
it's just an adjustment. I'm just saying. Okay, so okay, I can't admit.
Shut your mouth, Sam. I know you think my shows are boring because they're either lovey-dovey or someone's cheating on someone. And then your shows are so self-improvement. Like,
So okay,
how to do this and how to do that. And I know what you're saying. You can't learn nothing out of my shows. In your shows, they're always teaching you something. Just tell me, Sam. Just tell me the truth.
Okay, would it be fair for me to then request that we don't share in watching shows, and that if we do happen to be watching the same show, that there's no expectation? Would that be more fair, so that I'm not setting myself up to be under a
Microscope. You're still going to be under a microscope. I'm sorry.
I know,
But I think that's a good time for couples to share like when they wind down. But here's a compromise that we've done throughout the years. Because
Okay.
how long have we been married, Sam?
Going on it. I mean, I hate that question. I
Okay,
hate that.
fine.
I'm gonna
I
just.
know
I'm
the
gonna answer.
answer. It's okay. I know the answer. You don't have to say it. That's fine. But here it is. Here it is. We have this time
Who we?
together.
Oh,
We have this time together where we watch a show or whatever. And then after that, I'm like, okay, usually I'm like, okay, I'm going to bed. And then you have all of that time, 4 or 5 hours to yourself. 4 or 5 hours.
is this a good shut your mouth moment
No, I'm
or
just
just calm
saying.
down?
I'm just saying.
Well, I get it. I mean, I'm
You can't give
trying.
me 45
I
minutes.
can. I can.
Okay.
But is it a bad? Is it a bad thing?
It's an annoying thing. Because if you're going to go to sleep, then go to the bed and let me watch my show
I
comfortably
told I,
without you snoring.
I told Monica that I watch episodes in a very unique fashion. I don't know if she believed me. Well, you probably didn't even listen to me. How do I watch your episodes?
Like
I'll let
this.
everybody see it. I watch with my ears.
Mm-hmm.
See, guys, she thinks I'm sleeping, but I really watch it with my eyes
You sound
closed.
like mommy when she's watching the news and she's like, "Oh, did you hear
You have to
that?"
explain who that is. Nobody's not
Ma-
gonna know.
oh yeah, sorry. Mommy is my mom, and
There you
that's how
go.
she watches TV. Oh, did you hear what happened? And I'm like, Mom, that was like 30 minutes ago.
So let me just okay. Let me say this. So it's if something is being looked at through a microscope or if it's just annoying, it's this sounds more like you're annoyed, and which is fine too. Would this get on your is it okay for this to get on people's nerves?
Well,
Like
then
sometimes this
maybe.
is just gonna be the way that things are. Now there's shows that we do share
Mm-hmm.
in, and you'll I know what you're gonna say. I know what you're thinking.
What?
You're thinking, well, they're your shows. That's how I sound in her head, by the way. There, but there are certain shows that really do intrigue me that me and you have watched. It's only a few, but when those exist, we're up, we're talking. And here lately, tell me again, am I lying? Am I lying? I like to discuss like the way it's being produced, the way it's being written, kind of give you some insight in case you miss something.
Or you just pick the best actor, the main actor, and
She
you're
loves
like,
to say
that's
this.
that's
I'm gonna
me, that's me, babe, that's me, I'm him. And usually it's like the most handsome of the show, or the most built, or the most wealthy one.
calm
Am I
down.
right? Am
I,
I right?
I don't
I'm right.
know.
So guess what?
She's talking Chinese.
I'm gonna rename this segment, and I'm gonna call it through the magnifying glass
Through the magnifying glass.
instead of a microscope. Because a microscope, you find things, right? And a
Oh,
magnifying glass makes them more amplified,
I had it wrong
bigger.
then.
Yeah,
I prefer what you just said. That's what it needs to be. The
yeah.
microscope. I was looking. Okay, we're not. It's not. Okay, microscope would be like nitpicking about things that are really out of our control. We were going the wrong direction. We were on the right mat. Like we were discussing it the right way. We just had the wrong terminology
Mm-hmm.
to describe what we were doing.
Yeah,
So let's do that. It's the one that expands. That's what I was describing earlier. So
yeah.
that's my bad. I got it wrong.
It
So
magnifies it.
okay, let me say this. So some people will have to address this. This is a real issue for them, right? And
Yeah.
so the common solution is get another TV. We have another TV. We could do this, but for me, there's value in being in the same room. Like
Mm-hmm.
like
I
no matter
agree.
what we're watching, it doesn't necessarily have our full attention either. It's not like when we go to the cinema and watch a movie, that's
Yeah.
full attention. We're not doing that. And so there's something that me and you enjoy, and that is being in the same room.
Mm-hmm.
But with that, girl, you just gotta get along with my annoyances.
Well, here's what I was gonna say. This is my joke, right? But then I'm gonna give my real thing that I've
But
learned
be nice.
this week.
Just
Okay,
because you say jokes
so
doesn't mean you can be mean.
so my joke. Ready? I'm just saving these, so that one day I can one up you and be like, I watched so many shows and I know, and that's my joke side of it. But the real life lesson that I've learned this week is sometimes when things are magnified in a relationship, it's because it could be something personal to you. So before you approach your partner, whether girlfriend, boyfriend, or spouse, like
Let's just say partner,
look
so we don't have to describe everything.
look what is happening to you. So for me, my magnifying moment is that I can't do anything, and so therefore I'm feeling different types of stress, and yet you get to go and leave and do your normal routine, that when you come back I've built all this stress, or like this, oh, I can't wait to see you, I can't wait to
I'm
spend
like,
time
and
with
I
you.
walk in and I'm like, just give me some space.
Yeah.
Give me. I've been dealing with work and traffic and
Yeah.
customers and you're just like, are you home?
Yeah. So the compromise would be, let you maybe
Um,
calm down.
yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Because,
trying to change what you
no,
were saying.
wait, listen. Because when have my normal routine, we're both coming with the same, oh my gosh, I'm glad we're home.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're here. Let's just love on each other. And so I realized that it was so annoying to me these past few weeks, because it's been magnifying, but because of what I'm going through. Does
So,
that make sense?
so you're
Not
in
necessarily
essence
you.
saying it's not my.
Anyway, shut your mouth. There's a compliment in there for you. Take it or leave it. You just gotta look for it, but you don't have to amplify it right now on the show.
Should compliments just be straight up? Like, should you tell a guy there's a compliment in there and they're just not going to find it because they're going to be like, where? What specifically was it?
I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so moving on. Yes, compliments should be compliments. And let me tell you, this is for
Do tell.
a better us. A better us.
Are we
Ready?
switching? Are we
Yeah,
transitioning?
we're transitioning.
A better
A
us.
better us.
But through our failures, through our headaches, through our arguments. I don't like the word fights. People say fights, but I think it's more arguments because fighting, I think, bah, bah, bah. We're not, wah, wah, wah. We're not
Oh
doing
my
that.
gosh. Yeah. Okay. So here we go. Here's a good one that
Yeah.
we've transitioned into a better us, and that's our health journey.
Oh, yeah.
And you talked about compliments, and you know, this is why we're transitioning, because a better us means it's not just us, but
Pelito estaba aquí
if
atrás.
we have
There you go. You got it,
if
baby.
we have kids, then the better that we become, then the better version our kids receive as well.
Okay, so this is what helped us, and obviously, as you're watching, as we're talking, and people are going along the journey of being in a relationship, you have to have getting what was the title?
A better us.
You have to have what
better us.
a better us moments. You have to have better us moments in your relationship. And I know you're probably thinking, oh, we love each other. We work. She cleans. I this. I that. And you have your roles. Those roles, if they're fulfilled for 50 years, you can still not be a better y'all in that process. You with me? You
Right.
seem bored. Wake up.
Right.
Wake up. See, now you've fallen asleep.
No, I'm not falling asleep.
Okay. So there has to be something deeper, something better whenever you talk. How are we improving? How are we doing better, right? And so I love that you bring this up, because what are some of the things that we do to make us better? And you brought up our health, and this has been a thing that we've been on for a little while. How long would you say?
Maybe 7 months.
Yeah, let's just go with that.
I
And
would
so
say about 7 months.
here's my thing, guys. I know right now they're gonna tune out, babe. They're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh!" It's like vegans whenever you hear them talk. It's like people that do any kind of climbing rocks and all that. When you hear someone talk about their hobby, it can be a bit annoying because they're excited about it, and in essence, they're trying to sell you to try it. We're not trying to do that, even though it might sound like it in a second.
Yeah, no.
So
no.
you go ahead and just bring it in how you want to bring it in. I'm going to throw a few things. But the point of this segment is obviously we've improved in our home because of this. And we're saying it. We're saying it because we want others to improve as well.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
Well, I'm just saying it because I'm tired of the compliments you getting. Like, you ain't the only one on this hell journey. Oh my
Mm.
gosh, you're soaking it
Tell, tell,
up
tell,
too.
tell me, you look skinny, Sam.
You look skinny, Sam.
Oh, I
Okay,
can't even
so
I can't even add to what she's saying because I don't
okay,
want to come across as arrogant or
okay,
anything.
okay.
So
Let
go
me
ahead and
just
pick on me.
say it.
Go ahead,
Okay,
girl. Go.
so we made this drastic change, and we also went through like emotional drastic change.
Feeling really
Um,
skinny right now. I'm just saying.
Stop. Just shut your mouth.
I'm giving you these shut your mouth. Listen, this just shows how long we've been away.
Shut your mouth, son. Let me finish. Okay, so we went through this like emotional drastic change as well as a health change. So we had a very serious scary appointment with our daughter,
No
and
names.
we needed to shut your mouth, Sam. I'm trying to
Okay, okay, okay.
finish my
Sorry.
thought. And so we had to make some drastic change, like literally overnight. And it's been the best decision we've made. It wasn't easy.
So don't beat around the bush
I
too much.
think
Get
we
to the
all
meat.
went I think we all went through like withdrawals the first 2 weeks. I mean, you didn't want to be in our house the first 2 weeks. We were angry
And we smell like
because
spinach.
we had to make a change as far as like what we were eating, what we were drinking, and like, health, exercise wise and stuff. And so it has made us a better us. Like, even
You think
like,
so?
yeah, I think even like grocery shopping, like, it's not what it used to be, like so stressful, even though our basket looked more colorful and like more brighter, because like right now
There
it's
was
just
more.
like
There was more animals on the logos before than now.
because like now it's just like green, but I think it's made us a better us, like all three of us. And the biggest thing that I've seen in you is like even the way you sleep and all that stuff. But
While I watch the shows.
yeah, uh, yes, why you watch the shows, the compliments.
Oh
It could
Lord,
be
is that what we're
okay.
gonna make
Here,
this
here,
about?
here's the funny thing. Okay, me and Sam can be standing together, and everybody walks up to Sam. Oh my gosh, Sam, you're withering away. Oh my gosh, Sam, look at you. Oh my gosh, Sam, what are you doing? Oh my gosh, Sam. Oh my gosh, Sam. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And I feel like telling everybody, shut your mouth. I'm a whole nother person. No one ain't telling me
What do I say?
nothing.
What do I say? What do I say to that? I say, babe, the only reason they can say that is because apparently I was super fat, and then now there's a little difference, and they can see it. Like it's not really a compliment. It's just like, thank you for the
And then
compliments.
and then this is Sam, like he's like, oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I have. Yeah. Instead of saying, "Oh, well, actually, we all have. We've
Oh
all
no, no,
made a
don't get it
change.
twisted. If you're watching this, it's a family thing. I've
It
talked
is.
about
It
this
is a
journey to
family
everyone.
thing.
Um, okay, but for real, how does it make you feel? Like, are you really? This is for the show, okay?
Mhm. Mhm.
It lives here and dies
Uh
here.
huh. Uh huh.
So, like, how are you handling your jealousy? Whenever you
Shut your mouth, Sam.
no, no, okay. So, how do you deal with that in a relationship where, yeah, maybe someone is a podcaster, maybe someone lost weight, maybe someone's a little more famous or more out socially, so they get more
Or they get
attention
more
of
views.
of some sort. Like, how should the other person be and motivated? Because I do feel bad. Like, I don't feel comfortable, accepting all of that stuff because I am
Well, you
very.
sure do look comfortable accepting it. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Don't downplay it, boy.
Do
Don't
you hear
downplay
the
it.
words that are coming? No, so my thing is I always say all of us are doing great because I
Yeah.
try to take it away from, hold on, look up there, baby, look up there on how we look.
You're so
Try to take it away from that because it's the inside. Like I really try to make I lead every compliment towards here's what's happening inside of us. Here's what the way our fridge looks. Here's differences that we're experiencing health wise. But then don't hate. I'm just like cool, man. I feel
Oh my
good.
gosh,
I
shut
feel good.
your
When you feel
mouth.
good, you do good. When you do good, you feel good.
You're so bad. Okay, so to answer your question, because
So
you don't stop
shut
talking.
yo.
Listen,
Go ahead,
Okay.
love. Okay.
So you asked me, how do you deal with that? Well,
Oh, you're so serious.
if
You're so
if
serious.
if you love the person, like let's say,
I love
right?
you.
If you love the
Do you love
person,
me?
listen. If you love the person, then you're gonna be happy because here's the thing: no one knows, like you. I think none of us knew how bad we felt until we felt good.
Boom. Take that. That's good. I
Like,
love that.
and so
Or the compliments.
if people don't tell me anything, I know how good I
Yeah.
feel.
Yeah, yeah.
And
We both feel good. By
I
the way.
know the things that I feel different in, and I'm like, oh wow. And just to clarify, because
Clarify. That me
somebody,
and you are good. That you love me.
what,
You're proud of me.
no, no, no,
Clarify, girl.
no, because they think first they thought that we were doing drugs, and I'm like, what? That makes no sense. Second of all, then they thought we were on the Ozempic
Well, that's what I thought you
thing.
meant by drugs. I didn't think
No,
you
no,
meant
no.
illegal.
They thought,
We were on that stuff.
they thought I was on something because at the beginning I dropped really fast.
Yeah, we were cheating.
And
no
then,
hate, no hate. When you need it, you need it.
yeah, and
Nothing but
so
love.
you know, they were like, "Oh, because of your dad or whatever." And I'm like, "What?" Like, no, we're just being healthy. And so no, we're not using any type of medicine or anything. We're just eating better and doing better and choosing better. And so, if you love that person, then you're going to be proud because there's a point where I didn't know our health. Like, okay, we had to be healthy or it's so important and it's serious. But until that appointment that we had, I guess it was like a wake up call of how important it was. And I think we went through the emotion of we're terrible parents. Like, I cannot believe,
Yeah, I want to set up my daughter
yeah,
for long, healthy life.
Yeah.
It starts now.
Yeah.
And I failed before this meeting, and the doctor let us have it. Or I took it very heavy. You can speak for yourself, but I took it very heavy. I was very, very disappointed in myself. And sometimes some of us get encouragement because of a YouTube channel or someone else is doing good and looking good, and so you fall for the sales pitch. That didn't happen for us or for me. For me, it happened because I love my daughter so much, and I knew I had to make a change because I wanted to invest in her future.
yeah. So better us.
Better us, better y'all.
Yeah.
It's hard.
And it's not going to be easy.
Yeah. And so if you're watching this and you're friends of ours and you're wondering, Sam looks good. Like if you're saying that, like if you're saying Sam is looking really good
Look,
and really
if you're saying that
really thin
right now, just shut your
yeah.
mouth.
If you're really feeling that, saying to yourself, Sam, queuing you up. Then reach out
Cállate la boca, por favor. Ya me cansaste.
No, but for real, reach out to us because I don't want to peddle this as in like I don't want to force it. But if you know us and you want to make a change, babe, look at me. Can we offer that change for people?
Oh, absolutely.
Like we figured out the game plan. I know it in detail on what we did, how we did it, and how our daily life looks.
Yeah.
I know what I sacrificed and I know what I replaced in that sacrifice. We did it together. But there's evidence. This isn't like some fake thing. This is for real. And it was working for us and it can work for you. And that is, what was the segment? Was it, Sam, you look good. Sam, you look skinny.
No.
What was it? I'm cute.
Shut your mouth. It was a better us, Sam, not a better you.
Quit turning red.
It was a better us.
Why you getting mad?
A better us, not a better you.
A better us.
A better
Better me and you, not just Sam, but Sam and Momo.
Actually, it's Momo, Danny, and Sam.
Booyah. Yeah, for sure, man. Like we're doing this for my daughter, just so y'all know. Like if not, I would let myself go and I would have continued to do it because I just didn't care enough.
Yeah.
But I cared because I care about my daughter. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm finish that segment because I don't want to bore people, man. They're gonna think like
here's the thing. It's funny that Sam's receiving all these compliments because I feel like he needed them the most.
Oh, come on. That's how you're
Because
going to
wait,
finish
wait,
it?
wait. Listen.
No, I
Because
don't receive
for
it.
you,
Show's
you
over.
sacrifice
We'll
the
see you on the
most.
next one.
Shut your mouth, Sam. Because you sacrifice the most in the sense that it's harder for you because you're not home.
Got it, got it.
You know, like me
Yeah, I
and
don't
that,
eat
like me and Danny are either at home or at school,
Yeah,
at
you
work.
control what y'all
And
eat and have
so
available.
yeah, and for you, you're so like mobile. It was so much easier just to walk in and to grab and make those
Yeah.
decisions. And so I feel like there's nothing better than getting a skinny compliment, right? Like,
I have no clue what that feels like.
shut
Explain it.
your mouth. I don't even want to.
Okay.
Okay, me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and I. You ready?
That's your favorite song.
Me, myself, and I. That is not my favorite song.
I was just
But you
testing
better
you.
take that
I
back.
take it back.
I always put people before me.
But the point, I was just messing with you. I wanted you to say
Shut your
your
mouth.
you. We've been away too long, girl. Because I'm gonna just turn it down. I'm gonna turn it off. I'm not gonna play "Shut Your Mouth" anymore because I've just been looking like a jerk
Your
in this
mouth,
episode.
Sam. No, es porque no te has caído la boca. You've been talking the whole time. You have. Okay, me, myself, and I.
Explain.
Are you ready?
Explain.
Are you ready? Okay, so I learn things. I know you're always learning. You're like a computer. You're like, oh, all this information. And I'm like, what in the world? Okay, so I like to learn things. And don't judge me, okay? Through like TV shows. And I know that's probably the worst place
No,
to
don't be hard
learn
on
things
yourself.
because it's most of it is fake. But I still like to learn things from shows.
That's fine.
And so I'm into this show on Netflix. It's called Your Honor. Okay. And
Viewer discretion advice. If
yes, please do not
not
let
for
your
kids.
kids watch this. Okay. But it's definitely a mom and dad show, right?
Right.
And so it is so hard to think of people when they are in a drastic traumatic thing and to think that the first thing they have to do is stay there and call 911. Like before this show, in my head I was like, okay, if I ever get in an accident, run someone over or hit someone, I have to stay there. I have to stay there and call
All
911.
plots from the show you watch.
Right? Like I have to stay there
Yeah.
and call 911. Well, this show has shown me like how hard it is to actually stay there.
Oh yeah.
Like I never thought about that. Like, oh, it's gonna be easy for me to just pull over and call 911 and render help. I mean, obviously, I know, I have to render help. That's why I'm certified first aid, all that good stuff. But in this show, it shows how traumatic the experience was and the attempt that in this show where this kid was trying to render help and he loses it. And so everything's falling apart. So I've been learning and trying to tell myself, if it happens, it's going to be bad and you're just going to have to like not go into shock and render help. Do you think you could do that?
Yeah.
Really, Sam?
Yes, I do.
Shut your mouth, Sam. How many podcasts do you have? How many have you produced? And you say, yeah, that's your best answer?
You told me shut up. You
Oh.
said, Sam, you shut up. You talk too much. That's what you said.
You're ridiculous. I cannot believe it. That's like the number one thing you do in your storytelling. No one answer, 2 questions. And that's what you just did. You said, yeah. Seriously?
You said you talking too much.
Sam, I'm being serious.
You broke my heart by telling me to quit talking.
Wah, you want me to call the ambulance?
I talk. That's what I do.
Okay, well then talk. I asked you a question.
It takes a while to come back.
Anyways.
Yeah. Okay. So here it is. Okay. So I have this gear when it comes to that. Like in my job, there's not a lot of like emergencies, but there's situations that have to be handled with very calmly but strategically. And I've seen a lot of people I've worked with not being able to do that. and I've been able to handle those situations as bad as they were pretty calmly in the way, the best way that I can in the moment. And so I feel like, yes. And I think I've had some 911 moments in the past where I had to, I felt like it was, I could handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm working on me, myself, and I because I don't want to go into that like freeze.
No.
I want to make sure that I can fight, I can react, I can, make those
Mm,
decisions. Um, just to make sure that I'm helping and rendering the right help.
yeah.
I would hate to be the reason why another family is like lost, for for lack of a better word. But anyways, I just thought it's crazy. Have you had a me myself I moment this week, Sam? Where maybe you've learned something, maybe you are working on something on yourself, like
What you think?
how to be more humble.
What you think?
I mean, which one? What is it, Sam?
Yeah. So I learned something. I learned a lot of things this week. But I won't discuss them all. They're all very private. Um, I didn't
It's
learn nothing, man. I
sad.
have been lazy this week. I just been
You've
eating.
been huevon.
I, okay, Monica thinks I'm joking. I enjoy eating eggs, and I eat them hard boiled, scrambled, sunny side up, on toast, on
On your
ham,
toes.
you name it, man. And so, and I have a lot of people in my life that just speak Spanish, and they ask me, Sam, you know, what's your favorite food, and how would that describe you? So I tell
Gosh.
my people, I told my mom and my dad, and they laughed at me, but they're like, I told them I'm a huevon. Like they're like, what do you want to eat? I'm a huevon. Figure
And
it
and
out.
mommy was like, "Sí, es verdad,
It's
eres bien
verdad.
huevón,
No, no, I'm
eres
joking.
bien huevón, galán."
I'm joking, man. But I say that jokingly. It's funny. Huevon in Spanish is like you're lazy, but you also say egg. How do you say eggs in Spanish?
Huevo.
Huevos. And so anyways, I enjoy a good
It's
egg, and so
funny.
I consider myself a huevon when it comes
A
to that.
huevón.
Me, myself, and I.
Mm-hmm.
It's a segment that we want to bring because in relationships, whenever they grow, it's important for you as an individual to identify and to invest in yourself in areas that you need to grow or that you're growing. Sometimes, unfortunately, it doesn't come from the outside world in. So you have to, force yourself. What am I going to learn and put to practice?
Yeah.
And so there's been one thing that I've learned, and that is how much have you learned and how much are you putting to practice? And so I've slowed down the consumption of certain things. Like I go pretty deep on certain subjects whenever they kind of pique my interest. So I've toned it down on a few things that really don't give me anything in return in the podcast and my work. Like they
Mm-hmm.
have to be directly connected to those two things right now because there's I don't need to pick up a lot of random stuff right now. I'm trying to exercise. I'm learning this and then I'm executing. And so
Yeah.
that's what I'm on right now. So I'm reading several books about that subject. One of them being that I think you put me onto it, and it's what's it called?
Slow productivity.
Slow. It's a tough word to say. Productivity, and that's a great book. And so that kind of aligns with that. And so so I've been kind of slowing down. I know this doesn't seem like it, especially in this episode. 'Cause you said you need to be quiet a few times, but I'm slowing things down. I'm consuming more strategically
Mm-hmm.
and not so generally, so that I can become better at the areas that I can identify. I can
Oh, do
say
you do you need a list? I have a list.
of things I can get better at.
Mm-hmm.
That's a different book, baby. That ain't this podcast, okay? So you can just shut your mouth. Did
That
y'all
was a
hear
good
that?
one. That was a
Yeah,
good
that
one.
was a
That
good
was a
one.
good one.
That was a good one
That was a good one.
for you,
That was a good one.
not for me.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so was that okay?
Yeah, that
Okay,
was okay. I guess.
guys, thank y'all for tuning in. Okay, we're not going to close it out just exactly right now, but I'm so glad that we're back.
Yeah.
Okay, this is our first episode coming back. Tell us what y'all think, especially us recording it. First thoughts for this comeback video? How do you feel? What are some of the small goals that you want to accomplish for this so that that big gap doesn't happen again? And it's on
Um,
you.
well, wait, just so that we're on the same
I'm gonna
page.
set you
Are
up.
we
Look.
closing?
Oh
We
no,
are.
no, we got more.
No, no, I just want to make sure we're closing.
Yeah,
Okay.
go for it.
So, I just want to say thank you to you, obviously, because of what you've been doing.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't know how I would have done it this past few weeks. And so, I mean, my family would have stepped in, but they're so busy. Thank you. Thank you for helping me.
Let me give some so she had surgery. Obviously, it's a private matter, and so she has been able to. She hasn't been able to lift anything or move. She's been having to be at home, and so I'm doing what I need to do at my pleasure. Let me just preface it by saying that. But I had to be there first. So absolutely,
So thank you,
my
babe.
pleasure, man.
Thank you. Second of all, I just want to say that it is important to make sure that when you find someone that's doing something good, that's pleasing to you, that you express that thought, that comment, that gratitude, because people are so easy to say what you're doing wrong. Oh, that sucked. That was too
I agree.
long. That was da 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 da. But then when they find something good, they don't say anything. And so I was sitting with you and I
They
was
break you down
watching.
before they build you up.
Yeah, I was watching the episode with Rob, and he had Jay on, and they started talking about you, and I thought that was so sweet, and it just made me feel proud, as your wife, because I know what I have. You know what I mean? Like,
Don't move past. Now I have to say something
okay,
since you
okay,
brought that up. But go ahead.
shut your mouth. I'm trying to finish my thought. So, um, I know what I have as a husband, and I see what you are as Daniela's dad, and it just makes me so proud that other people get to see that. And when I compliment you when you're not around, like when I bring you up to conversations with my
Hold
friends,
my hand. It's
with
on
my
camera.
friends, they know I'm not lying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because other people have talked about you. But the reason I bring up Jay and Rob's episode is because on there, they 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 were talking about shut your mouth, and
Yeah, they give us a shout out.
I have been going back and forth about like doing it and being dedicated to it because of everything that's been going on in like what 10 months. And it's been so draining, and I feel like I haven't been able to just like catch my breath. And then I heard them, and ever since that episode I've been like, okay, I'm going to do it. And so I didn't tell you right away. I think I told you a few days later, okay, this time let's just do it. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
The timing's never going to be perfect. And so I want to say thank you to the guys, because they really just gave me like that motivation to start again. And so, yeah. And so first thought about
No, 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 no.
recording.
Actually, don't get
Okay.
off it.
Okay. Sorry.
Obviously,
Yes, you
she's
did.
talking about the rap podcast and the Fedcast, guys. Thank y'all so much. I saw that episode. Y'all showed me a lot of love, mad respect for y'all being out there and saying it. Giving flowers from one man to another. That's greatly appreciative. I do what I do because I have love for other people. I want to see other people grow and improve, and if I can have something to do with that, I'm gonna do it. We just happened to watch it together, and that's why my wife mentioned it. But it was very touching and moving, very humbling. It's like
Mm-hmm.
we were making fun of me for, the skinny compliments and everything. Whatever. It's hard to accept compliments,
Yeah.
because you especially when you do it. Like I feel like I'm doing it from a good place.
Right.
Like it's
Right.
simply because I care about people.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to give them a proper shout out on here. Thank you guys. And they obviously talked about, shut your mouth. They're like, we really like those episodes. They said a few good things about what we're doing here. And so we're back. And thank y'all guys for what y'all said. Now you can continue, please.
Yeah, so I think you asked, first thought about this. I just I just want to look back, maybe even just like 10 episodes, and be like, I'm glad we did it.
Yeah.
You know, because I really do have fun doing this with you. Like, You have taught me so many things, and one thing that you've definitely brought into my life is podcasting. Before before you, I didn't even care for podcasting, and now I'm like, you know, I'm into it. Like I like podcasting and
Yeah.
listening to people and listening to you. Yeah, it's good. So I just want to look back, even just 10 episodes,
Yeah.
and see, how far we've come.
Well, go ahead and close it out. Plug, however, whatever. Say bye. Don't say bye. And then I'm gonna take it away, and then I'm gonna close this out.
Okay, so thank you for
Look into that
tuning
camera.
in. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure that you follow the Failed podcast if you don't already, because the Failed podcast is producing Shut Your Mouth. And so, once again, that is Sam, and I am Monica. And you can find me on Instagram. My page is about my writing. I'm switching
I'll
over.
put it in the
So,
description so you can
yeah,
follow Monica's
so
writing.
yeah, follow my writing. I do like to write poems, and I'm working on some new stuff. And make sure you follow the Failed podcast, obviously. And so glad that we're here. Until next time.
Like she said, I won't say the same thing, but thank y'all so much for your support. Subscribe. Everything we're talking about, the description and everything will be below. You'll start seeing some of our shorts and everything on our Instagram. I enjoyed this episode. Guys, if I talk too much, please just very nicely say I did.
Shut your mouth.
But when I'm on with you, I just want to go, go, go because I'm trying to make you laugh. And
Hey,
I just have fun.
if I say, is that nicer?
Yeah. Y'all be good. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.